Hello, I'm Randy here, working in the upstairs bedroom here today. Soon to be the nursery room here. We got about 4 weeks and counting to finish this room here. Wow, does it sound echoey in here, Evan? We got about 4 weeks to finish this room here, Evan. So today we're going to be starting on hopefully putting a pocket door here in this wall. If you remember back here, this is probably going back a couple of months ago, Evan, when we were working on this room here. We did not finish this wall here because of this. Not necessarily because of the pocket door, just because we didn't know exactly where in here we wanted to put a door. Our plan at this point, Evan, is to put one door. So we're going to remove the door that is over here. This is the door to the closet in there. And we're going to put a pocket door, looking where I'm standing here, like right here, hopefully, Evan. And the pocket door will slide into the wall this way. That's the plan. And then hopefully inside, so it'll be a bathroom back here, by the way, Evan. In the bathroom back here, then we'll have a pocket door that goes to the closet. That's our tentative thoughts here at this point, Evan. Yeah, we just didn't want to have like two doors on. There's already like, we got a door here, door there. There's another door behind the camera, and there's like three. Yeah, there's 3 doors in this room already. It's like, oh my goodness. And then this door is right behind this door too, so you can't hit, yeah, anyway. So we're gonna, like I said, pocket door. I'd love to put a regular door in here. I'm not necessarily a fan of the pocket doors, but just with the swing of the door, and I don't know how you make that work. So unfortunately, pocket door is what we're going to go with here. Now in the other bedroom, we're probably just going to go with a regular door because the way the door swings shouldn't be a problem. But with this one, unfortunately, I just cannot figure out how to get the swing without being like annoying, if that makes sense, right? Because otherwise, if we do a regular door here, then we still have to do a door here, and it's, yeah. So I think we're going to go with the pocket door. We're going to get that installed here today. We're going to have to take a couple of screws out of the drywall here, I think, and it looks like I did this properly here. The ones I did not mud here are the ones that need to come out. We're going to have to build a header across the top here. Some of this is going to have to come out here as well, by the way. And back behind here, there's wiring as well for back in there, as well as, there's the one for the closet as well. So we're going to have to knock all that out. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, but kind of knew this was coming too. So let's get started. Okay, I went inside the bathroom here. We need to take out this stud, this one, that one, and, well, I think there's 2 more over there as well. Now, unfortunately, we got insulation in some of these, so this is going to be kind of annoying. I might actually, you know what, before I do this, go grab a mask. I want to put a mask on here. So, again, it's fiberglass insulation, but it's supposed to be like, what, low fiberglass or something, so it's not like terrible, but it still has fiberglass in it. So, yeah, this piece here, yep, I can get that one out. That one will come out. Okay, so we just knocked that one out of one. And like I said, we got a couple studs here to take out. Okay, well, that should do it for the demolition here for now. There's maybe like, well, maybe a little bit more I have to do. This board down here will probably have to come out. Of course, the register is going to have to come out here at some point as well. I haven't got that done yet, Evan. And then, actually, like all of this right here is going to have to come out, but I don't think I have to do that for the door, I don't think. I might have to maybe knock some of those off. We'll have to see once here. By the way, interestingly enough, Evan, the only thing holding these up is spray foam. So, like, those things are freaking solid. They're nailed on the bottom. There's nothing up top holding these up. Like, they're just up there. Amazing. It always amazes me how strong that spray foam stuff is. Anyway, getting sidetracked, everyone. I've got where the door, this will be the end of the door right here marked down there. If you can see that right there, pencil line. That is going to be the edge of the door. Again, the door is going to open that way. So, got that marked there. Then we need to go, actually, let's go look at the paperwork here. I've got it sitting up against the window here. We got a 2.6 door here. Which I don't quite understand how they do that. 2.6, like what? I don't know, anyway. But 2.6, so we need a 62-inch A opening here. So that's our width. And then we need a 84.5. I think they're all 84.5. Yeah, they're all 84.5 inches tall. So That should be pretty easy. I figure what I'm going to do, Evan, looking at this here structurally, let me get back inside here a minute. I'm going to run from this one here, because this will transfer our load down to the floor there, one. If I start my jack and my king stud here, where the door actually is going to be, I don't have anything under there, right? So I'm going to run my header from this one, and I think I've got to check them, and I'm guessing there's probably another one under here, so I'm probably going to run it to, it'll be the middle of the old door frame here, or possibly I might just run it all the way to the end there as well. So then I got a good solid frame right there, and I'll just have a header all the way across the top. Looking at my header chart of it, I think a 2x6 header, actually for, well, I gotta check, because I've changed my plans now slightly. Yeah, it's because I might be running 8 foot now instead of 6 foot, right? So instead of a 6 foot header, excuse me, oh man, now I now have an 8 foot header. I'll have to check that out. I think I should still get away with 6 foot, because again, I'm running from here to about the middle there. I'll have to measure that real quick, but that should still be a 2x6 header if I remember correctly. So yeah, we'll get that framed out here, Melvin. I've still got one here in the middle. Don't know that it's necessarily holding the best, but there shouldn't be a whole lot of weight up here anyway when that's like on this board here. And once we're done too, nice thing about this, this should really strengthen this up here. This is something I didn't like when I got into this whole business. So if you notice that one, here's your studs running up, right? These are nicely transferred down to the floor. That's good. However, the roof and everything and the rafter, or the joists, I guess they're joists up there, right? Because they're not really part of the rafter system. They're right in the middle of that board up there. They don't have a double top plate. It's like, it's not the greatest if you ask me. Was never happy about that. So that'll at least fix this section. I'm gonna have a nice strong header up here. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, let me get some measuring and do some cutting, Evan. We'll get some wood up here. Okay, we got some 2x4s cut here. Cut these at 81 3/4. And the reason for that, if I account for the 3/4 inch subfloor one, that gets me to 82.5 that we need, correct? Doing some math right there. So I got one for there, and I've got one for over here as well. And then once we get installed them, I've also got one to put in there. So this will be kind of our supporting right here, and then same thing back there. So let's start nailing some of this stuff up. Okay, Evan, framing is complete. And also, I see that flicker, and Evan, that's probably coming from the light here. Hopefully it's not as bad as what it looks on the little screen here, but apologies if it is, Evan. Like I said, it's probably coming from that that light. Really like that light, by the way, Evan. That really comes in handy. I do have the lights up here yet, but obviously they are yeah, they're a little bit disconnected here right at the moment. They're swinging around behind me here. So anyway, I forgot to record them, but I got a little short wall up there just to support that 2x4. And you might notice I've got a lot of little short 2x4s in there. My idea being that one is I've got the original 16 on centers, so this darker one is the original, and then, you know, the 16 up there, so that's that one, and then so on and so forth, right? But then I added another one that is 16 on center here, and I noticed it doesn't quite line up quite the way I wanted it to. That's maybe just because I don't have these in the right spot, these two right here. But I was trying to aim for half under the roof and half under these joists here. Again, I'm calling them joists, not really rafters, Evan, because they're not really part of the rafters. They're, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to call them joists. I think that's what they are. But yeah, I wanted some support under those as well. That just made more sense to me. But yeah, I think we got a nice solid header up there, everyone. Yep. I know, that is floating, everyone. That's why I don't make that like the main support right there. The main support, I figure, is that one. And that is nice and tied down there. So I think we got a nice framing system here, everyone. For those who wonder, by the way, again, I forgot to record this, but when I put this board in here, everyone, I did have to push this top plate up just a little bit because it apparently sagged down in the middle. So getting a couple, you can see where I was pounding on them with a hammer to get them to slide in there. It was a little tight. Imagine that, right? Anyway, I'm going to cut this drywall out now, and I think we're hopefully ready to try installing the pocket door. One real thing, quick here a minute. You might notice we're missing something very important down here, like a floor, right? I want to wait to put that in until I know what we're doing plumbing-wise, because we might have to run some plumbing through this floor here yet. So I'm hoping I can still put the door in without actually having a floor here, and we'll just kind of try to slide it under there. Flooring is 3/4 inch thick, so hopefully this will work. We'll find out. Okay, I'm in drywall cut here, and I was just measuring my rough opening. I'm like, yeah, okay, 60 by, was it 62? Yeah, 62, I think, by 82 and a half. Like, wait a minute, 82 and a half. I need to have 84 and a half. So, yeah, 62 by 80. I'm not entirely sure where I got, well, actually, I know where I got 82 and a half from. If you've ever installed, like, a regular door, usually it is about 82 and a half. For a regular door. So somewhere between the directions there and now, when I somehow have ended up with 82 and a half. Yeah, to take 2 inches out of there at this point, this sucker is nailed in there but good. I'm sure as you folks seen in the video, I did not spare the nails putting this thing in. So, yeah. To be honest, I'm thinking I'm just going to take the saw and we're just going to cut 2 inches out of this, and we're going to raise this up 2 inches, and we're going to call it good, because that's still plenty of wood up there. Plenty of wood. So, and again, we got a 2x6 header, 72-inch opening. We're good for that. But yeah, it is kind of a bummer to lose the bottom board. Plus, so we're going to lose a ½ inch of that. Oh well, it is what it is, Evan. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out, where did I get 82? Well, again, like I said, I know where I got 82 and a half from, Evan. Somewhere between there and the instructions, though. Well, that sucks, Evan. That really, really sucks. Okay, Evan, a little bit's changed here since the last clip. For one thing, this GoPro battery died here, so I had to wait for that to recharge. Well, the battery was recharging. I actually got the door frame installed here. Of course, cut out the extra 2 inches along the top here, which when I was doing that, and when I also found out that this is very, very not level. That's also because the floor is very not level. So don't think I like uninstalled this level. No, it's just because the floor apparently down here is, I wouldn't say like very unlevel, but it's unlevel enough that, you know, I was like, oh boy. Well, you can see the difference there. We're tight up here, and I actually when I did this, and how I discovered this is I used my level to put the line across here for cutting. And I'm like, whoa, that is not level. I measured 2 inches up, used my 6-foot level there. I'm like, whoa, okay, well, so I actually went just a little bit higher on this side, and even then I'm still, oh well, we got a pretty big gap there. But this door frame is level, and it's level, square, everything's good right there. Actually fairly simple, and this actually apparently was level, because I mean, you can see two shims, yeah, 2 shims all the way straight up and down. That turned out, actually, you know what, I guess Yeah, there's one there, but oh well. The rest of it actually is pretty good. So I got that nice and straight, Evan. They do say to nail it. I actually used screws, Evan, instead of nails. That way you can now play with it, right, Evan? Like if you nail it, like how are you supposed to get the shims in and out? Try to adjust them a little bit. Like, you know, take the screw back out, move the shim a little bit. Works a lot better with screws. And I think it also says 3 nails. I did, what is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 6. So this should be nice and solid. They don't say you have to do the top of them, but I went ahead and did the top anyway. Mainly because I don't have anything to fasten it to here. There is, apparently reading the directions down there, there is a jam kit that goes along with this. I should probably have gotten that. I'll see once next time at the hardware store if I can get that or not of one. And that, I'm presuming that's what this gap here is for. If you look at one, they've gotten an extra space here and like, oh, looks like there's probably something that's supposed to go in there. So I'm assuming that's what that is for. So that's why I fastened it along the top. I don't think I have any on this side, no. I didn't put nothing on this side, but got one there, holds it nice and sturdy, at least until we get the jam kit anyway. I've also got it temporarily fastened down to the floor as well. That way, we can start on the next step, and that is drywall. I know, exciting, right? So we got one piece going in here. That 48 inches falls kind of like right down this. That one's, I'm like, oh boy. I don't know, I might end up like just putting a second board on here yet or something. We'll see once here. Plus, I need another board here, of course. I think I mentioned that earlier, to attach the drywall through there. I knew that one, but I just didn't bother doing that yet. So, got one full piece, and then we got a little partial. I didn't measure that yet. I think it's like 12 inches or something like that. So, let's get this piece put up here. One thing I'm a little bit worried about, Evan, I've got 1 1/4 inch screws, 1/2 inch drywall, 3/4 inch. I don't know, whatever you want, wood here, whatever you want to call this here. Which, yeah, if you do the math, that one, 1/2 plus 3/4, 1 1/2. But I don't want these screws sticking out the other end here. So we'll see once here. Potentially like scraping the door or something like that in there. Don't want that. So we'll have to watch that, and I might have to go get some shorter screws for this. But we're going to try it here first. I am going to make sure I screw and glue this, by the way. So I want this nice and solid on here when it comes to the drywall. Okay, we got that piece on, and I just finished rounding up, I think, enough drywall to finish up this little corner here. I had to look around here quite a bit. I finally found enough pieces here. Needed a long piece for that one, and then I just needed a little short piece, which I got right there for finishing that up. And that should finish, oh, wait a minute, no, I almost forgot. Now I'm gonna have to find a little piece to put up in there yet, unfortunately, so. Oh well, is what it is. Also, yeah. I'm not real good at this router thing, apparently, because, yeah, I keep doing that all the time. Got a little bit on that outlet there as well. Trim should cover that, I would think, so not a big deal, but still kind of annoying, right, Evan? Don't know why, because, you know, work-wise, Evan, I've used a router a lot, and I wouldn't consider myself to be, like, maybe the best at it, but never struggle with that at work. So, something, I don't know, just the way that router works, something, I don't know, but anyway. Let's, oh, and, yeah, I got some wood for the corner there as well, so we're going to get that nailed in. So that way we've got something to attach the drywall to here, so we should have this done here pretty quick. Okay, well, before I comment on the drywall, I just got to comment on this tube of caulk we had here. I had the caulk saver thing on the top here. This tube, I don't know, probably 3, 4, 5 months of one. It was used the last time when I was doing the drywall here in this room. Had, again, the caulk saver on it, these little things right here. Open it up, it's like, oh boy, what are the chances of this still being good? There was only like a little bit left in there. I don't know if you've seen in the video, I'm like, I had just enough to finish this piece of it. In fact, I didn't even have enough to put up there, which, like, oh well, good enough. I'm not gonna open a whole nother tube just for that little bit. So, but yeah, probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, this has been sitting there with that thing on it. Like, what are the chances of that being good? Yeah, no problem at all. It was like in perfect shape. So I know I talk about these things every so often, but they work really, really well. You get like a whole bag of them for, they're not a whole lot of money, a couple dollars there. So anyway, speaking of the drywall, I believe is finished in the room here finally. So you just had a little piece up there, 2 pieces down there. Now comes the fun part of it. Yep. What do they say? Mud makes you the drywall or not? Sure, we'll go with that. Something, Evan. So yeah, we're gonna have to get to mud here next. I'm actually probably gonna start on that. I don't know if I'll put that in the video here or not. We're just gonna slap some mud on. You folks have seen me do that a bunch of times. So yeah, I'm gonna get this room mudded up, and I think with that we're gonna wrap this video up here. I've got a big mess behind me to clean up here. Like this little project, Evan, like I got all these tools up here. It's like, oh my goodness, like ridiculous. Oh, one thing I was gonna mention to Evan, the screws here, 1.25 inch long, they are just sticking through. I don't know if you can see them right there, but there's a pointy, yeah. So I don't have any shorter screws at the moment. I'm going to stop by the hardware store, get like some 1-inch screws. So I'll just take all of these out and put 1-inch ins, because I do not like the idea of these pointy ends sticking out. Maybe it's okay, one. I don't like that idea though. Just it seems like a bad idea with that potential that door in there scraping up against them. Like no. So yeah, let's yeah, we'll change those out. So anyway. With that, everyone, thanks for watching. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. And until next time. Now I've got some cleaning up to do. Well, Evan, it's the next day here. I didn't think this was going to end up being a part of this video, but seeing as how our door came in here today, I figure we're going to go ahead and actually get this installed here today. Also, by the way, since the last clip in this video, Evan, yep, got the actually second coat of mud here on the wall, with the exception of the screws here. We stopped by the hardware store here, right? Picked up this door, and then also I got 1-inch screws to put in here as well, 1-inch drywall screws, which by the way, those are kind of hard to find, Evan, because the normal screws, they stop at 1 1/4. It's like, crap, I need 1-inch. Where they keep the 1-inch somewhere special. So, and also, I don't, where I put the paddle, here they are. Yeah, they put these in the small little box like this, so you can't buy like a big box of 1-inch, which makes sense. I mean, outside of this, I don't know why you need a screw that short. So anyway, we're gonna get the hardware installed on the door here, one. So again, this is the top of the door here, just a plain door. We'll probably have to take this off at some point and paint it, but for now, at least we're gonna get it up there, because for one, I kind of want to see what this is gonna look like. And we'll see once how this hardware installs. Here looks pretty simple, Evan. We got these for screwing on the top of the door. It says 2 inches from either side. These obviously go up in the track. They are height adjustable. We probably won't bother doing anything with that for now. And then also there's a stopper. Where did I? Oh, right here. This was the stopper that was at the back of the door frame here, and I took this one off here because I went ahead and purchased a couple more. I thought one, I don't know, I just did not like the idea of one of them, so I got a package of 4 here. I don't know if I'll put all 4 on. I'll probably do like 3 or something like that, but yeah, Amazon image search that one, and this, boom, that, you got a package of 4, right? Worked pretty good. That just seemed like a better idea to me, so I suppose we could even put them on the door too. I don't know. Door frame, probably just put them on the frame, I guess, but yeah, it just seemed like a better idea. Otherwise, you got one stop and it can pivot on that. I didn't like that idea, so okay, let's get these installed, Evan. We'll put the door up and see how this looks. Okay, that door install was nice and easy. Nothing to that. Put the rollers up there. Got the little locking cams up there you slide in, and that door is not coming off. We do have one last thing that needs to be installed yet. There's a couple guides that go down at the bottom of them. If I understand the directions correctly, I think they need to be installed like with the trim. So, and obviously I don't have any trim on here yet, so I'll have to wait to do that. And yeah, I mean, quite obviously there's no trim. I mean, close the door here, and yeah, there's a gap there, and a trim gap there, and there's also hardware. I don't know where I put it right at the moment, but we got hardware for this door here as well. That's got to go in there somehow. Hopefully they got directions for that, because I'm not entirely sure how that gets installed. I think we apparently got to cut a hole in there somehow, so... Oh, yeah, here's the hardware one. Yeah, locking, should be a lock, yeah, locking door here, because again, of course, the bathroom oven, so we'll be putting a lock on it. So yeah, anyway, that was very nice and easy, I would say. I mean, nothing to that, so with that, we're going to wrap up the video here again. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Until next time.